Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the Garden here in New York City as the late night adventures here in the pinnacle of sports arenas continues on with the Legends Showcase, but this time around we hope to not have a meme bowl, but instead a pike bowl. The UCONN Huskies loaded back up, but they took a bit, a more of a youth approach to this season and beyond, as they look to build a solid core that will grow together for the next few seasons. Meanwhile, for Notre Dame, ranked number 6 in the preseason polls, it is do or die, it feels like, for this program, as the collection of talent is the best that it's ever been for this program. Hello everybody, I am your play-by-play commentator for this one, Commissioner Daniel, and right by my side it is my All-American point guard with me, LSW Commissioner Pike. And well, it's hard to ignore it. You got family ties all over the place. How you feeling about this upcoming game?
Well, all I can say is this is going to be one hell of a family feud.
Indeed, a family feud. I'm looking out to see if we got Steve Harvey in the stands. I made sure to send him an invite, but maybe he didn't respond to me. And you know what? I completely understand. But regardless, this family feud, it features a lot of talent. And we'll just start with the obvious team, the 6th-ranked team in the country going into this season. There's a lot of hype in regards to this Fighting Irish squad, and they are the current favorite to win the ACC. Can you talk a bit more about them?
Well, yes, partner. I wanted to say this real quick. Well, there is a bunch of guys who are homegrown from this team. Deuce Sinclair, Jeremiah Wyatt, D'Angelo Jackson. Those 3 guys have been here since their freshman year here at Notre Dame, and they have been developed to their very best. They are some of the best guys, I think, on this Notre Dame team. And of course, they had to pick up Booger McFarland out of the transfer portal. Matt Curtis has been there for now a year, so now he will be the main starter in the power forward position. But this should be an absolutely great team for the Fighting Irish.
Yeah, and like I said, this collection of talent is great, and we'll just see how they merge together as a team, especially with the new pieces like Booger McFarland, who is a grad transfer from Rutgers. But this UConn Huskies team, look, they may be young, they may be unseasoned on the grill, but we know there's a whole lot to them that offers a whole lot of, optimism for the future. What impresses you about this Huskies team as you look at them on paper?
Yes, you're right, partner. We're looking at one of the best centers, I think, right now in the country, in Wemby Ederson. He is going to be the star talent of this UConn team. And of course, Dave Upton, who has been there with Wemby Ederson, as they both look to, of course, stay together and build together throughout the rest of their years here at UConn. But of course, like you said, really young talent in Pugsy Bogusi and Sabbath Creed, who both were just recruited by Mr. Michael Pike, as he wants to build a young team and build them throughout the years he has here at UConn.
You mentioned actually the number 1 overall recruit from this past cycle, Sabbath Creed, who stands at a very tall height. It's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that. 6'6", I think, and very athletic too. And it's a very interesting pairing with him and Pugsy Bogusi, who is like the complete opposite of him. So it's like you got 6'6", and then right next to him is 5'8". So I'm just wondering how that's going to work out. But then let's not forget about Jace Archer. That kid is also very talented. But we'll see how this unfolds. It seems like we're all ready to get going at last, and the anticipation is palpable, and we're all excited for this one here between the Huskies and the Fighting Irish. And last year, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right. Well, I'll announce the starting lines first for UConn. Pugsy Bogusi and Sabbath Creed in the back for them. Up front, Jace Archer, Dave Upton, and Wemby Ederson. For Notre Dame, D'Angelo Jackson, Booger McFarland are in the back. Up front for them, Jeremiah Wyatt, Deuce Sinclair, and Matt Curtis. What did you want to say before?
I wanted to say real quick is that these two teams, of course, the two coaches really know each other. They said they want to win this game no matter what. They will do whatever it takes to even win, because when it comes to the family house, there's always got to be a winner.
No, absolutely. If you aren't playing for the win, I don't know what you're doing. But here we go. UConn starts with the ball, and it's hard to not notice the vast size difference between Pugsy Boguesy and the rest of his teammates. But I guess we'll see how it works out. My gosh, he looks tiny.
Well, the thing is, even though he is a very small man, you don't know how athletic that man can be.
Oh, we just started off with a Matt Curtis dunk, taking that space that he was given and not looking back as the Fighting Irish open the scoring. And there should be a different look to this team, not just in terms of personnel. Well, there's not that much difference in the personnel, especially in terms of how they're starting, as Sabbath Creed knocked that jumper down. But strategically, on the floor, they should be looking much better. Oh, but right there, D'Angelo Jackson could not finish through that play right there. It was a good attempt, though. Here's Pugsy Boguesy, and he gets absolutely swatted. But right there, thankfully, Jace Archer could clean up for him.
Yeah, it looks like this UConn team is mostly more dependent on trying to play off the board, which is something that, of course, I would know is Michael definitely wanted to play more off the glass there and try to pick up his team from the rebounds, as that was one of the biggest issues he had last season.
Oh, for sure. The UConn was, I would say, a bit smaller compared to this team in terms of their starting personnel. Like, they had Zani Uchizai at center. He was like 6'9". And then they had Ridley Ribbs Ray. It was actually kind of tall. It was like 6'10", 6'11", but really no 7-footers on that team besides Wemby Ederson, who came off the bench, and then Dave Upton, who was brought in the offseason prior, but now Ederson and Dave Upton both starting. They look more physically imposing. Oh, look at that. Pugsy Boguesy strips him. And another foul right there, and Sabbath Creed is going to the line, and that's Sinclair. Wow, that is 2 quick fouls.
Oh boy. And again, Deuce Sinclair is actually one of the best guys on this Notre Dame team, so just taking him out that quickly, that's a huge advantage for the UConn Huskies.
Indeed it is. First free throw goes for Creed. But I would say this time around, like I said, with Notre Dame and having a much better collection of talent, that includes who is coming off the bench, and this backup for Deuce Sinclair is no slouch. Austin Eckert is a big boy at 7'2", 300 pounds.
Yeah, absolute just behemoth. Oh,
you got ripped though. Pugsy Boguesy got blocked by Austin Eckert. That's basically unfair, if we're being honest.
Was that Eckert who just blocked him?
Yep.
Jeez.
2-ball by Eckert. There you go. He's an impact player off the bench. And Pugsy Boguesy, even with this tiny feet, somehow found his way behind the half-court line, and that's a turnover.
Yeah, mental mistakes like that are going to be what's costing these two teams a lot of pressure.
Coach Kenneth Pike right there. Trying to see his team gain control and gain a little bit better control over what they do on offense, as that three-pointer does not stick. Here's Pugsy Boguesy. You can try and run the offense with him, absolutely. Just got to get him into good spots where he is not completely shadowed by his defender. But look at this, Austin Eckert off the glass. No, somehow gets his own miss and puts it in. Like I said, 7'2", 300 pounds.
Yeah, the man's playing off the glass, and it really, I mean, Carter, compared to this the last season when Notre Dame was knocked out in the play-in round, there's a massive difference between how the defensive play. Oh!
What a block, but right there, Wemby Ederson sinking that fadeaway jumper after a whole bunch of chaos. And to your point, yeah, agreed. Notre Dame is just in a much better situation personnel-wise, as that's tipped away into the hands of Curtis. And speaking of Curtis, he wants to take things into his own hands. Stop, pop, but doesn't stick it.
Yeah, it was a great look too there. Just couldn't get the shot off there, but it was a really good play by Notre Dame.
A 3-ball does not go for Jace Archer. One of
A little
two.
ambitious there.
Sorry, what was that?
I said a little ambitious there, but since he's a small forward, I wouldn't really say it's an ambitious shot.
No, one of his strengths is 3-point shooting, and these small forwards have evolved. If you're not able to shoot from the perimeter as a small forward, it's usually not a good time for you in the modern game. But look at this. How did Bogsy get free?
And Notre Dame was just too busy trying to cover off what was coming there with those 3 players from UConn and left Pugsy just wide open. And it was a great look. A small little body could still hide away in a big field of men.
That is true. It's a very good point, as Eckert could not stick that shot. Nary Sabbath Creed, like I said, #1 overall recruit of his class. What a bounce pass in to Ederson.
How did that get through? There was bodies everywhere for Notre Dame there. And yet, what a beautiful pass.
Wizardry right there on that link up. Wyatt from the corner. Got it. That is so important to see Jeremiah Wyatt hit threes, because that's been something that has affected his game over the past couple of seasons, hasn't it?
Absolutely. The one thing that Notre Dame just kept on doing was trying to feed to their inside play, which was the power forward in the center. They constantly kept on doing that, and people like Jeremiah Wyatt just could not get 3 shots. But now, with this new offense that Coach Kenneth Pike wanted to get, absolutely it's a major change that he's been wanting to see for a man like Jeremiah Wyatt.
Indeed, and hopefully he benefits from it. Meanwhile, Booger McFarland just trying to work his way in. Will kick it out. A whole lot of ball movement. Wyatt with another 3, and he reins in another one. And again, that's one of the biggest concerns when it comes to his scouting report and his evaluation in terms of draft prospects is Upton recovers the board and one.
Big recovery there. But you're exactly right, partner. One of the biggest scouting reports, like you said, was Wyatt just could not hit threes. And again, it was because of that poor offense that Notre Dame was stuck with. And of course, Pike had to learn a new playbook and everything, but he's definitely changed it around.
He definitely has. Good free throw there by Upton to get the 3-point play. And that that adjustment is opening up this Notre Dame offense to a point that we haven't seen in quite a while, but unfortunately Wyatt was boxed up and couldn't go anywhere except backwards. So far, UConn has utilized their open looks. I mean, even being able to get 5'8" Pugsy Bogsy open in the paint. That is special. Inbound goes to Upton. He right away pulls the trigger on a mid-range jumper. Does not go down.
That's the run and shoot offense that Michael Pike wanted before the season. Oh, big turnover. Horrible pass.
He thinking a bit too selflessly. Should have just taken it himself. Now here's Creed getting the screen from Bogsy. He set up a good screen, and White commits the foul there.
The thing is about Pugsy is, even though he is a small man, only 5'8", every time he drives in, it's like, okay, well, I can't just like go up and block because the man's small. As soon as he makes one movement, it's a foul.
Seems like it. He's quickly understood how to leverage his extreme lack of height, although he misses a free throw right there.
Yeah, well, that's what's going to happen to a young player like him.
Wyatt over to not sure who number 0. Oh wait, that's Yamamoto Zushima, right? I believe
yes, it
so.
is. That is the freshman.
Oh, what a three by Bogsy! Goodness. That's
Yeah, that is the... Yeah, Yamamoto Tsushima. That's a 7'3" freshman from Japan.
tall guy out there. McFarland pushes off, no call, but he misses the two. And Ederson
Wait,
called
what?
for the foul. What happened there?
What the? How did Ederson get a foul?
Okay. Replay booth.
Yeah, we need a replay. What just
Replay.
happened? Did he attack him after he got pushed off? Like, what was that?
I need to see. Okay, hold up. So let's see.
Oh wait, it might have been a...
No, so here, what happened? What is he talking about?
Look at the ref. What's he calling there?
A blocking foul. So did he just call it late on Ederson or something?
I think that's what happened, because Ederson was shuffling his feet as he was trying to move.
Let's
So I'm
see.
guessing it was just a late call.
Let's hold up. So I'm gonna play this in real speed. 1, 2, 3. Almost 4 seconds after it happened. Ref, come on now.
Yeah, what are we doing? Come on.
Outrageous. I've never seen a call that slow in my life. The refs are usually too fast. And that says something. Meanwhile, Notre Dame just trying to set something up here. Wyatt facing up against Archer. Over to McFarland for the three. Does not stick it. Apart from those 2 threes that Wyatt hit earlier on, everybody else is still trying to find a rhythm.
Yeah, it is quite like that. UConn has definitely found the rhythm immediately. Notre Dame is still trying to get the rust off.
Indeed. Curtis takes a weird angle on that jumper, and it's off. And in the game, I'm not totally sure who that is.
I don't know who that is.
We'll see in a sec. Number 4. I'll take a look at the team sheet while I'm at it.
But number 4 is not labeled on the team sheet.
I could probably tell who it is. Oh, it's Anthony...
Yeah, that's that weird name.
Vrech. He's Polish. Oh, good strip and steal.
Look at the turnover difference so far in this game. 7-3.
7-3, like UConn has committed more turnovers. Oh, big dunk.
No, Notre Dame has.
UConn is one of those teams that does force a lot of turnovers, though, typically. So this isn't anything alarming to me, at least.
Also, you got to remember last season Notre Dame committed 24 turnovers in the playing game.
That is true. Oh, good layup by Wyatt.
So far, he has been definitely the leader of this team, and he's showing it immediately in this game.
Yep. Brody Robinson is in this game as well, by the way, and Archer is out of bounds.
Just not good awareness on the court.
Not at all. And changes made, as now it looks like who is back in the game. That is Sabbath Creed for UConn, but a whole bunch of other changes for the Irish, including Sean Bairstow now in the game. The grad transfer from Utah State who pulls up. No. But, oh, big block. But thankfully, Chase Clax is now in the game. He is the brother of Cam Clax, who was on this team the previous 2 seasons.
Yeah, and plus partner Chase Clax has been there actually a couple of seasons now. I think this is his 2nd season under the Irish.
No, it's not. No, Cam Clax was there before. This is the brother.
Oh, well, okay, that's interesting then.
Yep. Look at him taking this one in nice and strong. The grad transfer from Kentucky.
A big fight for 2 points there.
Making an impact already off the bench, and it's tipped away, and there you go. Look at Notre Dame trying to run, bounce pass, and a big dunk for Clax.
The Irish are coming back. This has been a great run for the Irish off the bench.
Indeed it has. Driving in, kick out, Gray, it's blocked. Still with UConn, though. Back to Gray, and he misses another rebound and a big dunk by Ederson.
Wow, I cannot believe UConn got away with that.
I'm shocked as well. Persistence
Yeah,
on the offensive board. Oh, 3-ball. Bang! Sean Bairstow.
Back to tie game.
The New Zealand sniper. Or the Kiwi sniper, if you want to call him that. 5.5 minutes to go in the half. Jumper by Gray goes down from mid-range.
Yeah, UConn's trying to get their momentum back going here. Of course, they were cold for quite a while.
Indeed they were, and I believe this is Edge Pixari, who grad transferred from Washington over to Notre Dame. And considering certain past matches between those programs, he knows a thing or two about this program. So,
oh yeah, absolutely.
Speaking of which, I selfishly wonder what a Washington versus Notre Dame game would look like if we got it this season.
Yeah.
All right, so Wyatt gets the inbound. As they're going to try and never mind, they're not slowly setting up. They're just rifling it to Curtis, who just lasers in that mid-range shot.
Again, that is much different than they were last season. They would take their time with that.
Yes, they would. Very different. Creed drives in, and that'll go down for him. A 3-point play opportunity on the table.
Great play by the young freshman. Driving it in there and just playing aggressive, trying to drive it in, but good movement on the ball, good movement on the floor. And Creed is now at the charity line.
For the 3-point play. Easy. It looked like that was Matt Curtis's second foul because he got taken out for Chase Clax. 2-ball goes down for Wyatt.
What's it, Wyatt 4 for 4 now?
I don't know, but something like that.
I think Wyatt hasn't missed yet. Oh!
Wow, and again, Pugsy Bogsy finding his way through the forest.
Like I said, the man may be small, but as soon as everybody loses him, he is right at the bucket.
And this is Optimus Davis now in the game. The now sophomore. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Good Lord.
Lord have mercy. Oh, good 2-ball. Look at the bench points difference between the two teams.
Yeah, Notre Dame's really favoring their bench a lot in this game. But again, look at this, partner. UConn hasn't drawn a foul yet.
Well, that time they did. Count that baby in a foul for Austin Eckert.
The 7'2", 300-pounder gets the foul. And now Notre Dame has a chance to tie the game. But this UConn defense, partner, has been really done a really good job so far. And they definitely have shown their capabilities. But again, UConn has got to do some work here, especially on the bench, if they really want to succeed in this game.
Still a whole lot of game time left, so a whole bunch of opportunities to see it or not see it. Here's Jace Archer. Over to Bogsy at the top of the key. Creed unloads a deep 2, does not go down. Rebounded though. What a dunk right there by Akiva McBurney Griffin. What a name.
And another New Zealander.
Indeed.
Another Kiwi.
Off the glass, no, but foul drawn. And based on the footage, D'Angelo Jackson is going to the free throw line.
I've never heard that nickname before.
I figured I'd try it. First free throw goes for him.
So far, both teams. So far, both teams and their offenses are definitely showing their flexibility on both playing off the glass and really good on passing so far in this game.
For a freshman, Creed is showing that he is an elite distributor so far.
And also Pugsy, who has been nothing short. Well, not literally, but he has been definitely an asset for this team, especially in inside scoring.
Oh, yes, in a surprising way. I didn't think that was possible at all. And the turnaround hook shot's going to bounce in for Wyatt. He's got 12 points.
5 for 5 already.
That's the player that Kenneth Pike recruited a couple off seasons ago as McBurney Griffin. Or sorry, that's not McBurney Griffin. That's Robbie Avila. I mixed him up. I'm so sorry. So what's his nickname? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Yeah. Anyways, D2 no, but look who's right there to clean it up. That's Tsushima.
Another big pickup for Notre Dame there is, again, they're playing off the glass, and they, again, like I said, struggle with.
Turnaround J by Upton, no go. Cleaned up by Clax. Man, I'm so impressed with Notre Dame's bench so far. And that is a charge on Jackson.
Yeah, got a little bit too aggressive there with the bumping, and it just costed him.
That time, an understandable call.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit too aggressive. Oh
my gosh. Bugsy's got a... Did he just...
Oh!
Did he just LeBron that? That's crazy. Here's Pixari. Screen set by Tsushima. Rolls it in. Wyatt is still perfect from the field. The Irish have taken control slowly of this game. Upton, this time it goes.
Good passing over there by UCONN, definitely showing that they're trying to keep in this game and figuring around new ways to go with the ball here.
Wyatt trying to go to work again. He has the hot hand, completely understandable. Over to Pixari, down low, Clax, 2-ball, off the mark.
Now here's a big chance for UConn to close down this lead. They still got a minute to go.
They got a minute to do it. Pugsy draws contact and the whistle. Clax called for his first.
And so far, it seems like Pugsy has been a foul contributor as he has drawn so many fouls on Notre Dame so far in this game.
He has. He definitely has, and it's surprising. He's double figures in points, although he shanked that free throw, so he's now got a couple misses at the line.
Right now, I think Michael Pike only cares right now about how he gets to the line and not what happens at the line. Is, of course, forcing Notre Dame to change up their entire offense just because of the foul trouble they've been getting in. I think that's what Michael's been wanting to do.
Well, yeah, especially when you see how effective those guys off the bench have been. All of a sudden, you gotta try and throw everything off for them. That 2-ball doesn't go down.
Notre Dame's starting to get cold here. UConn has a chance to tie the game.
40 seconds left. As Creed is going to allow his team to take up some positions on the court. What a 3-ball by Elijah Gray. And a 3-ball right back at him. No, could not go down.
Good Lord.
Now it's Vrech, the pole, over to Archer. 12 seconds. They're setting up for a corner look, it looks like it. Letting it rip, and they got it.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Jackson from half court. Oh, in and out.
No.
That is a... How about that for a half?
Yeah, back and forth between both teams. They definitely are showing how they are.
Indeed. And there are the halftime stats, and we're going to do things a little differently because at least for this halftime, I was informed that we're going to be doing quick halftime interviews with the coaches So we're going to quickly get him over here for the opportunity to interview them. Just need a little bit of an indicator for when any of them are ready.
Yeah, we're both here.
Alrighty. Who would like to be interviewed first? No one? Okay, I'll start. Mr. Michael, I'm not sure if I can necessarily call you that, but I guess it's easiest considering the last names are the same. You carry a 3-point lead into halftime. How do you plan on growing that lead over the next half? What do you guys have to do?
Well, I think we definitely need to play a little bit more backcourt defense, cause some turnovers like we did earlier in the game. I think we kind of slacked back on that, and so I think that we need to be a little bit more aggressive in the second half. I think we need to do a better job with looking at shots inside. Bugsy has been doing pretty well with that, but we got to get other players involved.
I think definitely he has been carrying a lot of the load, considering the physical stature that he brings to the team. But I think also some of the things that we have noticed is that Notre Dame has got a deep team, and they've been able to throw different looks at you with their personnel, and that's part of their offensive success. How will you go about stopping that?
Well, there's no question they definitely have a deeper bench than we do. We're just going to have to dig deep, and maybe our starting five plays a little bit more than they want to. But I think that that's going to be the equalizer.
Absolutely, I definitely agree with that. Thank you, and good luck the rest of the way, Coach.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. And now I'm here with Coach Pike of Notre Dame. So a late three to push the lead over to UCONN's side. I mean, besides that, it's been very even with some of your starters not being involved for a majority of the game so far. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, at the moment so far, I'm pretty proud of the fact that we're using not only our starting five, but also our bench to play this entire game. And I know St. Clair got a little bit of foul trouble to begin, but him being back in the second half, I feel like we're going to try and execute more plays with him involved. But at the same time, this team's got to keep on going, try to force the pressure, force turnovers, and definitely force more fouls, because UConn absolutely dominated us in the foul game. So we are more expected to be more aggressive in the second half alone.
Jeremiah White so far is perfect from the floor, and this is finally the 5-star caliber of player that we have expected to show up when you recruited him. How has that helped you guys be able to reshape your offensive approach?
Yeah, Wyatt has been just stuck in an offense that we just played front heavy, and I feel really bad for him, but now he's finally getting the shine, and he's finally showing what his actual abilities on the court is going to be like, and especially with the fact he's going 6 for 6 with more than 12 points, at least 14 points at this point. But he has done a really, really well job, and I'm very proud of him, and I want to see more throughout the entire, not only this game, but this entire season. And I want to see this man in the first round when he gets to the draft.
Well, this preseason game could definitely be an indicator of what is to come. I wish you the best of luck, though, Coach. 16 more minutes to go until the end of this one.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that was our halftime interview segment, the first of its kind between both coaches, and of course, later on, if we could do this during March Madness, I'd absolutely love to do it. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds. But with that said, it seems like everybody is ready to pick things back up, as we still have another 16 minutes to put on the clock. 45-42, UConn leads after a late three right before all zeros showed up on that clock. But like I asked Coach Kenneth, Jeremiah Wyatt is the leading scorer for every single, between both teams. Three-pointer, though, by Jackson, can't get it to go.
Yeah, a very unfortunate start there for the Irish, but now UConn can absolutely increase this lead that they've been going on since the end of the first half.
Bugsy gets the screen, wants to roll around, but he gets trapped in a very precarious position. Swings it to Creed, over to Ederson, and he slams it down.
God, Wemby Ederson, man. He is absolutely a playmaker inside of it. And I even talked about it pregame. He is the leading guy of this team. You get this man wide open, he is going to be playing absolutely lights out.
He's definitely held his own, and he's done his job so far. Deuce Sinclair has had a hard time getting going, understandably due to foul trouble. Upton with the shot. A bit too much on it. Here come the Irish.
The Irish got to get some momentum going here, as UConn is definitely taking the momentum even at the end of the first half and the beginning of the second half. They got to get something going.
3 minutes without a point going back to the end of the first half. They need something here as Curtis draws the foul on Upton, and they'll at least get something at the free throw line, we think.
Now this is what, of course, Kenneth wanted. He just wanted to play more aggressive, force more fouls on the UConn, and absolutely just play like it is everything on the line.
And when it comes to Family Feud, it doesn't matter what the title of the game is. Preseason, regular season, conference play, conference tournament, March Madness. There's always something to play for in that regard, but he only makes one of two right there. Now here's Pugsy Bogues.
Really out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a close one. He tight-roped that sideline. Creed, the new floor general of the Huskies. It was DJ Jackson for the past 4 seasons, and Upton will not get that one to bounce in. But it's so interesting, even with all the changes between these teams, as Creed rips Jackson but couldn't keep it in. Even with all these changes to starting lineups and new faces being brought in, Big East still seemingly the top of the land in terms of the quality. And good jumper right there by Sinclair.
Yeah, that's just how the Big East always is. They've always had some of the best coaches, the best players, the best playbooks and everything. And of course, this UConn team wanted to go more of a youth-friendly team. But stuff like that is exactly why this UConn team is still going to be a contender in the Big East, no matter what.
Man, Pugsy Bogues has got quite the composure for a man of his stature, and UConn gets the ball from Notre Dame, but they give it right back to him. Now here's Jackson. Over to Sinclair, trying to work in, and he certainly does.
And Notre Dame wanted to defeat Sinclair. Of course, Sinclair couldn't play the first half because he got 2 fouls, but since Sinclair came back, 4 points already for him, but that's another big score.
Ederson, when he first stepped into the college scene, he wasn't really known as somebody that could really step out and shoot from the perimeter or like deep mid-range, but he has expanded his game over the past couple of seasons.
Oh, absolutely. He is definitely grown to be such a valuable player.
Indeed. Archer comes up empty on that mid-range look. Wyatt over to Jackson. He tries a 3, and he can't get it to go. Man, the only one that has hit 3s in this game so far in Notre Dame has been Jeremiah Wyatt, unless I am not accounting for somebody. I think it's Bairstow that hit another one, but besides that, I don't know about anyone else.
Yeah, the only one.
Well, Creed right there missed a point-blank shot right there. Maybe he could have taken it up a bit more strong. Here's Booger McFarland. Hasn't really been able to get going offensively. He'll step out over to Jackson. The 2-ball will go down.
They're trying to climb back up, but UConn's trying to keep him down.
Creed over to Ederson. Another 2-ball, this time off the mark and rebounded by Jackson. They're quickly moving up the floor. Wyatt now will just wait for everybody to assume their places. McFarland somehow connects with Sinclair, but the finish wasn't there. Jackson takes it and stuffs it home, though.
Angel Jackson, we didn't hear from him for the first half. But now in the second half, he's starting to become kind of a guy to be, I don't know, worried about. Because he is rebounding the ball pretty well.
Indeed he has. Creed way off on that 2-ball.
And the inexperience maybe playing a little bit of a factor here for the UConn Huskies.
Scoreless run here, exceeding 2 minutes. Jackson, another 2-ball. This time, no, and it's rebounded by Archer. Now here's Bogsy. Over to Archer. Creed in the corner. Corner 3 does not go, and it's rebounded by Curtis.
And both teams becoming inconsistent here. They're just trying to find areas to gain some points here, but it seems like we're at a stalemate.
3-ball off the mark, rebounded by Sinclair, and a big jam to give the lead back to Notre Dame. Back on the O is UConn with Sabbath Creed. Ederson at the top of the key. He gets the screen. He elects to not to use it, and he'll draw the foul anyways on Sinclair. That's number 3.
Ederson's been really dominating Juice Sinclair so far in this game.
Yes, he has. And Archer came out for, I believe, Josh Irwin, if that's not McBurney Griffin, as Ederson misses his first free throw. I believe it's McBurney Griffin, though.
What is it, 43?
Yeah, I don't. Roster sheets are incomplete, unfortunately, in terms of the numbers. That's on me. I apologize. Jackson over to McFarland. Gives it up to Sinclair. That was a good decision. He got that 2-ball to go down.
He was wide open for a bit there, just trying to hit the 3, but instead he reluctantly goes to just honestly a good play.
Hooch.
Wide open.
Elite passing on display once again by this young Husky squad.
Wide open.
But right there, Curtis got some composure to his game there, knocking down that J. Bogsy, corner 3. Cannot get it to go.
Bugsy is trying to do whatever he can to get some experience, of course.
The little big man trying to make big plays all the time. Here's Wyatt, backed up. McFarland in the corner elects not to shoot. He's just going to back up. And that's almost turned over. Jackson. Here's Curtis. Swings it to Jeremiah Wyatt, who continues to be perfect from the floor.
7 for 7. Unbelievable.
High screen set. Creed gets it to Upton, and he can't finish the playoff.
Yeah, there was way too many bodies around him. Notre Dame just shut him down completely.
And you usually expect Upton to finish that kind of look. Still a surprise in that regard. Corner 3 is off again. Honestly, it's quite impressive Notre Dame has been able to have the success on offense, considering the limited amount of threes they've been able to hit. Although Ederson's going back to the line, and that's Sinclair's 4th.
Sinclair really he's been getting a lot of foul trouble, and unfortunately, I think that's going to be the last time we see him until maybe near the end of the game.
I'd guess he gets back into the game in about like 4 minutes in terms of game clock, as Ederson hits his first free throw. Meanwhile, Austin Eckert, I think he can hold his own. We'll see, though. Ederson hits both free throws, and he's going to get a break as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a.k.a. Robbie Avila, is now in the game. And, Pixari's in trouble. He'll get it off to Wyatt as they'll get out of their own half of the court. Here's McFarland. And, oh my. I don't even know what to say about that. Gray, deep 2 ball connects. The graduate
slowly coming in, 1 point game now.
The graduate transfer from Fordham has done some good work off the bench as well. Hasn't all been Notre Dame in regards to the bench play. Oh, 3-ball. Big shot right there. And I believe that was Edge Pixari.
The grad for Notre Dame needed that.
The grad transfer from Washington, originally from Turkey, and that's turned over. Wyatt's got it. Wyatt draws the foul and one.
8 for 8. Wow.
Eight for 9, but still impressive.
That last shot came from the half court.
Oh, I see. Well, either way, a star was born when he got to Notre Dame, but he is evolving into a superstar in front of our very own eyes. Archer with the deep 2, he hits.
The UConn's got to stop him here on defense. They got to do something really important to stop this momentum Notre Dame's building.
They're going to let Matt Curtis work, but Upton was all over that.
Huge stop.
Archer will back up and reevaluate what is going on. Ederson to Creed, fadeaway 2-ball, doesn't go.
Big miss there, and now the Irish trying to increase this lead.
And doesn't finish it. McFarland gets his own miss, and finally McFarland has his first points in a Notre Dame uniform.
That was a hard fought one too. Oh!
Tipped away! Here comes Eckert! What a dunk! You talk about electricity off the bench. It's in the form of Austin Eckert.
Absolutely. This Notre Dame team has been wanting just something like this where they can just play both their starters and the bench. And finally, they have the momentum now. They have the players.
McFarland with the 3 in the corner. Notre Dame's biggest lead right here, right now. Tipped away again. Loose ball. And they're going to say it's off of McFarland, so it'll stay here with UConn.
Yeah, which I agree with that call. McFarland swatted the ball away to the outside. He was trying to grab it, but instead just moved his arm to smack the ball away.
Five and a half minutes to go. Notre Dame up by a dozen. Creed trying to roll around. He hands it off to Upton, who misses. Avila collects the miss, though, and he puts it in.
And UConn's going to build a run here against Notre Dame. It is a 10-point game. The Irish looking to close this game.
Rifles it over to Curtis. Can't finish it off, though.
A big miss there. Now UConn can have the opportunity. Build some momentum. Trying to find who he can go to here. Oh!
Almost tipped away into the hands of an Irishman. UConn still has it. Rifles it in. Pugsy ends up with it, but can't finish the playoff. And honestly, in this case, I can't fault him. Oh, Jackson wide open from 3. Still can't hit it. He has been off today.
Yeah, it is not a normal day for him. Oh, big foul.
Whole lot of contact there, and that's Austin Eckert's only his first foul of the game, which is good, considering the foul trouble that Sinclair has been in. And speaking of him,
he's back in.
Yeah. In my honest opinion, I wouldn't do that. But I guess we'll see what it looks like with him and Eckert on the floor at the same time. Which intrigues me, actually.
Yeah, I guess Coach Kenneth Plant wants to play a little bit of aggression here with the two biggest men he's got.
Solid free throws by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and now Ederson is back in the game.
He's almost needed right now.
UConn just trying to force a turnover here with this pressure. Wyatt will not even face him. McFarland in the corner hits it. That's only a 2, though.
Wow, I thought it was a 3, but I guess the foot was on the line. Yeah, it was. It was on the line.
Indeed it was. Here's Brody Robinson, the grad transfer from Chattanooga. Ederson to McBurney Griffin, can't get it to go.
UConn, I would say right now, UConn is not selecting the right personnel to get the ball here.
They definitely are having a bit of trouble there. I'll pass inside, and Wyatt is going to go to the free throw line. McBurney Griffin called for it. I'm trying to remember where he transferred from. It's one of the Cali schools. I don't think it's, I believe it's UC Irvine, because it's not UC Davis and it's not UC Riverside. Yeah, it is UC Irvine. The last player to transfer from UC Irvine to Notre Dame, Bent Lukton. He was a part of that squad last year.
Right.
A wide open 3 for Archer. Can't hit it, but Elijah Gray
What a
tips it in.
putback.
Yeah, that's quite the tip-in. But UConn's struggles from 3 have definitely affected their offensive output and their efficiency as well.
Yep, it has been their kryptonite so far in this game.
Wyatt hits another one. Are we surprised?
9 for 9.
9 for 10.
9 for 10.
And Elijah Gray is met upstairs by Eckert, but too much contact for the liking of the official that blew the whistle there. So 2 fouls now on Eckert. And they'll bring in Matt Curtis. Robinson comes off the floor. And Creed is back in. Elijah Gray almost in double figures off the bench. Good output by the Fordham grad transfer. Good first free throw.
What UConn needs to do, though, is going to make a big stop here at Notre Dame. Almost force a turnover just before half court, or even catch him off guard with a block on the pass.
Dave Upton now back in the game, bringing in size. And hopefully size that translates to better offense. A little bit over 3 minutes to go in this game. Wyatt met at half court. Almost turned over. Jackson gets it. Drives in. A lot of contact. No whistle. And UConn has it.
And now this is the moment where they got to start momentum building here. Find an area to go to. Find the right player to go to. Knock down a 3 and move on with their days.
Bugsy elects to be the playmaker here. And they're going to find Ederson down low. Oh, I thought he blocked that for a second, but it was just a straight miss.
That should have been a foul. That should have been a foul. He landed right on Ederson.
Refs missed it. The referees missed it.
Huge miss.
Wyatt with 23 points in this game. Upton with 11 boards. Creed with 9 assists. McFarland has 7 assists in this game.
Playmakers.
Indeed. A good jumper right there by Jace Archer. UConn's still staying within 10, but Notre Dame is not allowing them to get any closer.
Yep, then again, time is just winding down.
Oh! Pure mid-range jumper by D'Angelo Jackson.
That's the big thing about the two teams. Nobody's taking a timeout yet.
Pugsy from the corner does not hit.
I looked like it was about to go in, but I guess it was a little bit too short there.
Now Jackson, bounce pass in. Sinclair, 2-ball. It's off the mark. And Notre Dame fans feel like they've got the job done, but I wouldn't say so.
About that yet.
Yeah, exactly. Jace Archer just hit that too. Hang on a second.
Yeah, now they're going to foul. I got to foul now.
They're electing to play this out for a bit longer, but it's allowing Notre Dame to pick a shot that they want. That hook right there. Oh, but they miss.
Oh. Good decision there by UConn.
Actually, yeah. Actually, a good decision. And Ederson draws the foul on Jackson. That was not a fair matchup at all.
Cut the lead down to 8 here with a minute left.
Good 17 points for Ederson. He has done his job. First free throw goes for him. Before transferring over to UConn, he was at Iowa State his freshman year. And now he's a starter for the Huskies. And now they're going to start sending the Irish to the free throw line. But seems like there's still some fouls to give.
Yeah. This Notre Dame team, or this UConn team, has been very clean so far in this fouls.
It took till the last minute of the game for Creed to pick up his first foul, and just like that, he's on 3. And this will finally send Jackson to the free throw line, where he has been clean, but man, from the floor, it has been a rough night.
It really has.
Still delivering, though, at the free throw line so far. Front end of the 1-and-1 he got. Same thing with the back end. And UConn is going to try and talk some strategy. Hopefully it works out for him. Maybe we can get some kind of nice little nifty play. Because usually when we've seen timeouts afterwards, we got nothing but chaos. But you know, I guess we'll see. Really depends on how Notre Dame sets itself up defensively after the break. Who's your player of the game for both teams?
I mean, it's obvious. It's Jeremiah White for Notre Dame. A literal near perfect on the floor and on the free throws. If you don't count his half-court shot at the end of the first half, the man's been perfect.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like those shot attempts themselves, I know they officially count, but still, it's like, are they really a shot attempt? Like, I don't know. Archer 3-ball. No. With both teams struggling from 3 today, it is quite apparent that UConn has suffered more from their struggles than Notre Dame has from theirs. And Curtis will get that one to bounce in. Goodness. And there you go, to put him up 12, and Clax checks in. And UConn still thinks they have a chance, and they're calling another timeout. I honestly don't know about that one.
Well, Porter, I want to tell you this right now. When it comes to Coach Michael Pike, which you definitely don't know this, but when it comes to Michael Pike, and I know this because he does it personally, he doesn't quit until the last buzzer goes.
Understandable.
Yeah, he doesn't quit until the game ends, and that's been his mentality his entire life.
No, you want to set that tone for the season, and I understand it. I get it, and it's a good thing to do. We'll see how it translates, but I understand it. This could potentially be the last gasp of air for UConn in this game, and it's almost turned over, and they get a 2 out of it, which is good, but I'm sure they wanted more than that, as Creed now picks up his 4th.
Not giving up just yet.
And here is the first time we are seeing Tyson Simpson, the 4-star freshman from the state of Tennessee, and one of the very few left-handed shots in the country. And he knocks down both free throws calmly. Oh, but this time, no timeouts taken. They're just going to play it out.
Going.
Archer hits the three. Oh, but that's it for Creed. He's done. 9-point debut for Sabbath Creed. Not terrible, but definitely a lot left to be desired for the number 1 overall recruit of his class. Tyson Simpson continuing to deliver at the free throw line to try and ice this game for the Irish. And so we finally got to see this Notre Dame team with a different play style. They switched away from the Princeton method of things, and I believe it's worked out. But what do you think?
Yeah, it's a different direction. I think it's a great direction for this Notre Dame team, especially since, like I said before, the turnover game was something that Notre Dame was struggling on, especially in last year's tournament. And now seeing that things have changed and turnovers have definitely gone down, it's a well-needed change for a team with so much talent on it.
A timely change, indeed, considering the personnel that they have. And it feels like we're finally getting the true Notre Dame that we've been waiting for. That's a great three. But at this point, Michael Pike, for everything considered, although Notre Dame's calling a timeout here. That's interesting. Okay. Okay.
Oh, partner, Coach Ken Pike wants to soak it in. That's what he's doing. He's soaking it in.
Oh, that's
mind game.
Oh, that's outrageous. I understand the whole Family Feud aspect, but dang. Man.
Yeah, that is something. Again, partner, I just want to tell you this. The one thing that Michael Park never did was let him win. He never wanted to let him win. He wanted to make him earn it. And so now he gets to rub it in, the fact that he's earned this victory.
True. But I'm sure deep down inside, Coach Michael, somewhere in his heart, is proud of his son. There's always that family love. There's always a family feud, but at the end of the day, there's love. And the rightful player of the game dribbles the clock out, and Notre Dame will head into the 25-36 season with a big W. Sabbath Creed with 12 assists. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Great job by the freshman. Absolute playmaker today.
Indeed. And what are your final thoughts on UConn?
Honestly, I'm impressed. I did not expect a young team like UConn to basically be like a very competitive team against a Notre Dame team that wanted to play a new structure, wanted to just try and be an aggressive offensive team. UConn did a really good job with it, both on offensive side and defensive side of the ball.
I really liked what I saw from both teams today, and I'm very optimistic for what both can do. UConn, of course, it's about weathering the storm and trying to find a way to win a few like really important games in the Big East, but majority of their schedule is actually going to be in the non-conference part of things in a roundabout way. But when you're talking about Notre Dame, it's all about making sure you're ready for those ACC rivals. Duke is going to be ready. I think North Carolina will be as ready as they possibly can. Louisville looks like they're extremely ready. And then you wonder about teams like Virginia Tech, Wake Forest, Clemson, Florida State. And so it's going to be definitely a challenge for the Irish, but to me they showed tonight that that they got what it takes to indeed win the ACC, and that these preseason projections aren't just how do I say it, a fart in the wind. So both teams should have a good season. I definitely expect both of them to be in the upcoming March Madness tournament. For sure. Folks, with that said, we somehow still have one more game. But
yeah, we have one more game.
we have one more game, but honestly, I think we'll treat it a bit differently. Because, well, let's just put it this way. I don't know if we'll see either of these two teams in March. Probably not. We got Pitt versus UNLV coming up. I think we'll have a little bit of fun with this one. But we'll be back soon. Once again, congratulations to Notre Dame, and good luck to both the Fighting Irish and the Huskies this upcoming season. We'll be back.